So easy to get stuck in an echo chamber, especially since TikTok algorithm works in a way which only shows you content which you really want to see. It'll start funneling the same regurgitated crap over and over, and that's what we see with the Manosphere. Saw this all come to play when the internet's worst guru Tate came up, but since his downfall there's been so many clones there to take his place. It's endless.
Because if women weren't able to vote, they would actually hate men more. And that would mean more of them would become lesbians, right? Which would mean it would be a lot harder for men to get ups.
What Ted basically did is inspire a whole new generation of grifters, and we're seeing it right before our eyes. See any and anyone try to sell you a course and proclaim themselves to be an alpha male or some shit. Just like this next guy. This guy is such a ripoff, it's crazy. Look at this. We have Brown Andrew Tate. You can see that he copied everything, even the hairstyle.
That's Alpha King rule number 583. A sober mind is a successful mind. Drugs are bad.
The Alpha King decrees that you shouldn't do drugs. That's not alpha enough. He said that like he made that rule up or something. Like we haven't been hearing it since elementary school. You can see the Alpha King has a lot of TikTok. He also collabs with one of the most delusional grifters we've also covered, just Pearly
Survey. Go ahead.
I actually think that most women don't really know what happy is. But I actually read a statistic that showed that women are the happiest when they're given a blowjob.
What?
Did anyone else feel the cringe when he said that? He thought he sounded so awesome and cool saying that, but you can literally just feel them being so uncomfortable. This is literally what the new wave is: bald, middle-aged men proclaiming themselves to be alphas and telling you how to be a real man. These grifters have their own course. Alpha King Nemo is no different either. He has how not to be a bitch. You almost went full-blown bitch. I will give him one thing: he has the creativity. And even within the Tate clones, there's variations. You can see many different types selling their own version of their course. And it's a big market. There's so many on TikTok just selling their stuff. And so many young teenage helper dudes falling for it. And since TikTok is so globalized, it's many different people in different parts of the world who have no digital literacy. Because there's so much misinformation online. You don't know what's real or what's not. Look at this clone right here. This guy's whole schmick is being the Christ guru. So he incorporates religion with his guru stuff. And this is a dangerous one right here, because if you criticize it, he's gonna be like, oh, you're criticizing my faith, when that's not the case at all. Religious gurus are these type of guys who use this type of stuff so they can get away with putting their alpha male pseudoscience into their stuff by saying, oh no, it's some religious thing, when it's not at all.
How to escape the matrix in 60 seconds. Now guys, here on Instagram, there are a lot of creators that so-called tell you how to escape the matrix. But little do they know, they're further plugged in than they themselves realize. Escaping the matrix is surrendering your material degenerate life and following Christ above.
Escape the matrix, follow Christ. It's another grifter schmick that a lot of them use, escaping the matrix. It's a movie term they use so they can target young men who feel like they're stuck somewhere and they need to break free. So it's easier to target them by saying you're escaping the matrix, you're programmed to be in here, you have to follow me and I'll teach you the answers on how to escape. He's using his alpha male grifter advice and incorporating his schmick with his Christianity. Nothing against Christianity, of course. And notice how he was targeting other alpha male pseudo grifters and saying they're wrong and he's the right one.
I'm half-assing it or glorifying these men that are leading you to hell. I say this out of love. You can make it happen.
But if you go on his website, he has his own course and everything. Look at this. So if you're a Christian guy, he has the alpha male advice for you. From what we've seen so far, there's many different variations of these guys all over TikTok. They all have their own schmick that they try to sell you on, and some are more successful than others. But another thing I've seen a lot are content farms. If you scroll on TikTok enough, I'm sure you've seen it. It usually has some badass background music with some movie quote or something talking about how to be a man. It's an easy, cheap way people try to make money on TikTok, and it's always cringy as hell.
18 traits of an alpha male. Number 1, he faces challenges head on. Number 2, he makes tough decisions. Number 3, he is humble. Number 4, he is fiercely determined. Number 5, he is a thorough gentleman. Number 6, he is a natural leader. Number 7, he is aware of his flaws. Number 8, he is physically and mentally strong. Number 9, he is honest and upfront.
I don't know if you will watch it. It's literally the most generic advice you'll ever hear. It's literally like, be a good person. It's literally mental porn so you can feel good about themselves. Just look at the comments. Guys calling themselves alpha and feeling good about themselves. And look at the profile. This guy has 700K. and he makes the same regurgitated crap all day. These types of content from you'll see all over, and a lot of them also help the other grifters out like Andrew Tate, what he was doing by paying people to post about him. Tate is still doing it too. He still has his real world program. That's his most recent scam. People still get paid to go post his stuff. Smart little scheme so he can get more views and stuff and more clicks on his course. There's an endless amount of grifters. We can go through this all day. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff you'll see on TikTok and to be more cautious when you're on there. This is more of a chill video. I hope you all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.